Recently, the ARK map of Valguero has ass-blasted its way onto ARK Survival Ascended, bringing with it one of my favorite dinos, the DEINONYCHUS. And because I am unwell and can't let my intrusive thoughts remain thoughts, I replaced every single spawn with these feathery bastards to answer the question, Ghoul, have you taken your meds yet? Or wait, can you beat Valguero with only DEINONYCHUS? I spawn on these small islands, assuming rather naively that I'd be safe here.
Should I be worried right now? Yes, I should!
I'm not but 30 seconds into waking up, and this oversized turkey immediately gives me the gift of a surprise rim job.
Well, glad to see we're off to a good start.
I respawn and begin getting some starter gear going.
Now, I've got a couple things going for me in this video. One is the indomitable will of Ghoul.
When once again, my cheeks are spread to my absolute dismay.
I've got a couple things going against me now. One, there is an oversized turkey around every corner that wants nothing more than to kill me. And two, I have debilitating sadness. So we'll see if we're able to have anything even resembling a semblance of a successful playthrough. Sorry, my car alarm just started going off. When I walked out there was just a giant-ass stray dog. I think he was trying to steal my car.
Valguero in its current state is, in my opinion, the perfect map for a mobile raft base. And because there are no lead sichthies currently on the map, goal 1 will be to make a raft to construct the mobile ghoul goth gamer girl hyperfoot fantasy compound.
Okay, so I've got it marked on my map. The entrance to the DEINONYCHUS trench is right there. And I did a little bit of testing. All of the Dainons that are spawning in place of other creatures, they're not spawning eggs. So I'll need to get to the Dainon trench on foot in order to get my first DEINONYCHUS, which is going to be slightly difficult. So I think goal number 1 is to make a raft, honestly. Oh my god, I'm absolutely terrified to move at all. Leave me alone! I don't want the stupid Lost Island shit or whatever. How is one supposed to live in a world completely devoid of love and affection?
The raft is unlocked at level 16, so I swim across the water to get to the safe islands where I can further sculpt my femboy thighs in peace.
From what I remember, these starter islands don't have a great deal of spawns typically, so I should be slightly safe. And I also see movement up here. I'd prefer to keep this bussy desecration free. Sorry, gussy.
What is that? Well, if it isn't 18th century folklore superstar Dracula, here to introduce today's sponsor, Watcher of Realms. Which, if you don't know, is one of the best next-gen fantasy RPGs to grace God's green soil. Right now, Watcher of Realms is running a long-awaited Dracula crossover event, allowing you, that's right, you there, even in your cloud of gamer funk, just like me, can join daily all of the unfathomable in-game activities, and see unexpected Dracula stories unfold. My first child is about to be born. I'll be busy playing Watcher of Realms, experiencing all of the new heroes like Count Dracula, who delivers a high single target burst damage and is also the subject of the multiple Wattpad fanfictions that I've written, Lady Mina, who can summon Dracula through a mirror to assist in battle, the absolute dream, and Dr. Van Helsing, who can literally execute enemies with a goddamn explosive axe. With Dracula coming, there are rich rewards players can obtain for free. I love it so much that I play it on 2 PCs and 17 phones. Someone please help me, I am severely addicted. Help me by playing Watcher of Realms, the high strategic RPG gameplay featuring over 200 heroes across 10 factions. This game is so user-friendly that even someone with a liquefied prefrontal cortex like me can catch up with old existing players. My wife just told me that she's leaving me, giving me more time to experience the exciting game modes in Watcher of Realms, where I can challenge insane bosses, fight alongside teammates, and earn a variety of rewards. Download Watcher of Realms today. If enough of you click on either the link in the description or my pinned comment, then maybe I can afford my divorce attorney fees. Upon reaching the islands, it's time to inflict my own pain upon the local geology around me, and make a cooking pot to level.
Whoa! Who was gonna tell me about the fucking cooking pots, dude? You've all betrayed me by not telling me about the cooking pots.
Unlocking the bow is momentous as I'm now armed and dangerous. In fact, I could pretty easily solo the Alpha Grendel with just this, but I'll pretend to struggle for the rest of this video for the sake of ad revenue and watch time.
Okay, I now have means of inflicting my pain onto the world around me. Now I just need to not die. Why is this game so dark? I can't see anything. Oh shit, please. Okay, very, very carefully. Let's make our way back onto land. Please. Oh, I'm bleeding.
And you all know that I exude such raw and undeniable prowess, so imagine my surprise.
Fuck. please, no! Fuck, shit, fuck.
When I immediately die.
Yeah, that didn't go very well.
It's the morning of day 2, and would you believe it? Ceaseless dysphoria.
My cheeks are too juicy. Everybody wants to take a nibble. So I'm beginning to think that this might be a little bit more difficult than I initially envisioned.
The current goal to craft a raft is moot if I'm not able to get hide. And because I seem unable to perform basic tasks like kill a single creature, I'll start farming levels for stone structures to make a cheese box to hide my shame from God's eyes.
So stone structures unlock at level 24. Maybe I swim back over to the starter islands and just farm up until I get stone structures to make a trap. Oh my god, I can fucking see them. I can fucking see you right there. Don't act like you're so sneaky. Bro, I'm clenching my urethra so goddamn hard right now. Have you ever wondered what it's like to have your spleen replaced with cicadas? Well, wonder no longer after watching the Ghoul with Gruel YouTube channel, where you can experience such exciting videos as... And if you order right now, you could get 2 Ghoul with Gruel videos for only 000. That's 2 videos for the price of 0. Just watch them. Watch my videos, you complete reprobate. I yearn for validation. My world is a swirling torrent of all that is unsacred.
So over the next amount of time, I farm. I farm until I have the shit necessary to make my coward box.
Okay, I have all my shit, and my cowardess can now be on full display.
So let's now peel back this foreskin and slurp down some delectable schmegma by finding something to kill.
Now, I saw some Dainons up here somewhere, so let's draw them towards our box and see if we get flayed. If I can get up this goddamn fucking rock. Rather not get very close to them.
I soon spot some Dainons and I draw them towards my box.
This is a bad idea. This is a really bad idea. Okay, you. This way. Oh, Jesus! Into the box. Into the safety box. Okay, cool. And I should be completely protected in here.
Words cannot describe the terror that I felt in this moment. I was quaking in my absolute boots, to say the least. My timbers were unequivocally shivered.
Please don't hurt me. I don't taste very good. All I eat is gruel. This would be an inopportune time to die, I reckon.
And thank the high heavens, these couple Dainons I was finally able to kill.
That was a level 145 Dainon.
To rest from this mental and physical strain, I round out the day with my face directly inside of a campfire.
Since when is the raft only 75 hide? I thought it was like 200 something hide. Okay, never mind. That changes things.
At the beginning of the 3rd day in this purgatory of piss, I successfully create my goddamn raft. And now I set out to discover what lie beyond that which is known. Leaving the starter islands, I am reminded in visceral detail why they are starter islands.
Yeah, those starter islands are so much nicer than everywhere else. Yeah, were I to spawn anywhere other than those starter islands, my taint would now be removed from my body. My ass would have been Thanksgiving dinner. I would have been getting sucked dry.
The amount of Dainons spawning just absolutely everywhere have me slightly worried about my next goal. That goal being to tame my first creature. The way that the plugin works is that every would-be spawn is simply replaced with a Dainon, and the Dainon being an egg steal, the only place I can actually get an egg will be this trench. So at this point, I'm beginning to feel my ass hairs stand on end out of worry for the future. But for now, my new raft only accelerates my ability to collect resources, which I do after these Dainons start drowning.
Okay, I think it's safe to leave my boat now. Just absolute carnage surrounds me right now. Oh, they didn't deserve it. All they wanted to do was take a swim.
Now that I have a sufficient amount of hide, I make my way back to the starter island to grab a yellow drop.
Don't mind me, fellas. I'm just passing through. I would like this drop, but I can't quite put my finger on it. It's just giving me a bad feeling.
So it's becoming self-evident that this boat is like an undersized collar. Nice to have, but slowly strangling me. It is very much not safe for me to go on shore. And so in response, I am initiating Operation Box, wherein I will make a box.
Hey, Vsauce. Michael here. Researchers at the University of Chicago have shown that 90% of human adults want to get f***ed in the ass. Research shows that our proneness to get f***ed in the ass is in our DNA. One man from Seattle found this out the hard way.
So I get to work mining stone, chopping wood, I place a forge, a smithy, metal tools, until day 5, and I bid you feast your eyes upon Box. Now that I possess an unstoppable fortress, I make my way to the White Cliffs to scout out what I need to do in order to make it to this Deinon trench.
Yeah, thank God for those starter islands. Oh my God. I have no clue what would have happened had I not spawned there. The video might have been entertaining or something. Okay, now that we finished construction on the box, our next goal is to get our first tame, which I'm gonna have to do on foot somehow. I don't know how, but I'm going to have to some way. So what is a ghoul to do in a cruel world such as this? If I can get grapples, I can like grapple around to avoid all the Deinonychuses. But I'm going to need cementing paste for grapples though.
First and foremost, I need grapples. I'm not going to make my way around here on foot, so my best option is to scale this cliff. Right now, the move is probably just leave and try to collect more shit.
Okay, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and just farm some drops for a day or two and see if I can find anything useful. What if I just stay on the starter islands at infinitum? Just the entire video, I just sit on the starter island. I spent 100 days sitting on an island with no spawns safely, and I was happy. 10 billion views.
I spot a yellow drop, and this gets me absolutely horny and bothered.
Excuse me, sir. I would like that loot drop, please, and thank you. Maybe if I just do it really quickly. Okay. Very good. Thank you.
As I loot this drop, I can feel these Dainons breathing down my crack.
Okay, now I just gotta get back into my boat.
I managed to make it back to my boat unscathed miraculously. The smart thing right now would be to stop and examine my hull, but my melted amygdala sees crystal and has to have it at any cost.
Okay, now for crystal. I literally just need 1 crystal is all I need. Oh, Jesus! Ah, please!
Unfortunately, my stamina is that of a 6-month-old infant stricken with the bubonic plague, and I get myself killed.
Oh, I'm out of stamina! Fucking Christ, no! No! Oh, shit. You all this way. I'll draw them away. I'll draw them away with my delectable cheeks.
I then draw everything away from my death bag, getting myself killed a second time, only to find that I forgot about my bed cooldown.
And I have my bed cooldown, of course I do.
Like the absolute smooth-brained goombas that I am. When I finally respawn, I manage to grab my stuff, but it is extremely close.
Good. No. Suck an absolute fat fucking hog.
Words cannot describe how clenched at this time was my gussy.
Wait, metal foundations? Cementing paste.
With this cementing paste, I was able to make some grapples.
All right, so that's good for 24 grapples, which is actually pretty good. It takes 9 metal for 1 grapple. This is horse shit.
But on the morning of day 7, I come to the realization that I will need far more metal.
I'll need to find a spot that I can find metal nodes. I think I'll need to do a bit of research as much as I don't want to have to.
So it's time once again to talk to Glenn. Hopefully he's going to be helpful this time.
Alright, so I've kissed some ass and I've sucked out some farts of knowledge. Apparently there's metal next to the starter islands, right around there near Death 1.
Glenn, after some convincing, told me that I can find metal about here on the map, so I begin hauling major ass over there.
Yeah, let's steer clear of that fucking nonsense over there.
I get to where I need, and after killing off some straggling Dainons who are trying to get a nibble of this delectable unwashed ass, I start collecting my metal. Now that I have metal cooking, I need more cementing paste, and I could potentially craft it from the keratin that I get from these dead turtles.
Alright, that dead turtle right there, I want it. However, I fear of being stretched by the local fauna. Okay, I'm gonna just go for it. Okay, quickly. I'm not interested in anything you're selling. What? How did you get in my house? Get out of my fucking house. What are you doing? This is not cool, my guy. Bro literally clipped into my home.
By the end of day 8, I'm able to craft an absolute nipple-slapping 43 paste. As I continue to gear up, I contemplate how I'm going to tame my first creature. Once I have the gear to scale these cliffs, I'll still need cover if I'm to make my way to the trench. So right now, my plan is to make it there in short bursts and set up a secondary base close to the entrance. That way, when I inevitably die, I should be able to get back to my stuff with relative ease, notwithstanding my abysmal skill issue.
See, I was worried the first couple days because I was really just running into no Deinonychus, but now I'm realizing that this might actually be like impossible, perhaps.
So on day 10, after farming all of the necessary shit, including a temporary base and some flak armor, I prepare to leave my boat. It's like going in to eat some pussy from behind, doing mental calculations on the optimal position to strike.
Okay, I just need to get up there and then up over that cliff.
I park my boat, brace myself, and I make a run for it.
Oh, fucking Christ. Yeah, that was uncomfy. I know that there's a Deinon up here.
I narrowly escape the hordes of Dainons trying to eat my ass, and I begin scaling the wall.
Yeah, how safe is it up here? Not at all.
Right now, I'm in a bit of a sticky situation. I'll just have to hope that I don't get aggroed onto.
Well, chat, looks like we're fucked. What if I just sneakily try to do a sneaky little... Alright, let's get the bed. If I can fucking place it. Please, please don't eat me. Okay, very surgically. Hey! Down, down. Oh, this is not going very well. Is that all of them? They all fell down. Make house, quickly now. Eh! Oh my goodness. Okay, I think it might have been a good idea to make armor, which I never do. Yeah, that was very risky. I'm surprised it worked, though, honestly. Okay, so how close are we? The Deinon trench is that way. So I'll need to get a base down over there.
My respawn box is now down, and I'll just need to get a bit closer to the trench if I'm to get my first egg.
Yeah, so over the next couple days, I think what I'll do is I'll just keep making bases closer and closer to the trench, and then hopefully we could get our first tame.
I then leave my uncleaned gamer den to make another base closer to the Dainon's gape.
Why must you be so close to me? I may have miscalculated in the sense that I do not have a second box. It might be slightly difficult to farm a second box without dying. Okay, I'll make my second box, like, here? Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Giving me easy access to it at any time I desire.
I really should have thought about the fact that I need hide before I did this, I reckon.
And what safety I feel while inside.
You know, it's moments like this that I realize that maybe somewhere I went wrong in my life. Yeah, I may be in a slight predicament here. Run! Run, run! Out! Out! Ah! Let me go! Let me go! Oh! Very good. Very, very good.
For the rest of the day, I slowly expand this abandoned crack den, near immediately flipping it for 400% its actual value to a multi-billion-dollar real estate company who will then rent it for 400% of that already inflated value to a single mother with 4 children.
I really just need a way to get metal, but I can't get metal from these rocks. Yeah, these rocks aren't dropping any metal, just sand.
However, coming to the conclusion that I should have brought more grapples and I should have repaired my tools beforehand as well, I make the intelligent decision to jump off a cliff. After repairing my shit and crafting a smithy for the second house, I grapple back up and prepare copious amounts of lube to enter the Dainon's gape.
So, where's the Deinon trench? It's that way?
I'd like to not immediately lose every atom of value that I have upon inevitable death, so I decide to go in completely naked, unclothed, more unprotected than my liver on a nightly basis. So I begin running like I've never run before.
Oh shit, they are faster than me. I thought I was gonna be faster than them.
I can feel the bloodthirsty mandibles of the Deinonychus inches away from my body, and immediate death.
Okay, so that's a proof of concept that I can get down here, I guess.
Knowing now that I am indeed able to get past the Dainon's gape and in fact get fairly deep in, I respawn and go in for round 2. This spot here I can jump up to regain stamina, safe from these feathery fucks as they hungrily lash at me as I stand there like a cold calculating goddamn gigachat, only shitting my pants a minor amount.
Okay, so this is a good spot that I can rest. Is everyone aggroed onto me? Because if so, I could draw them all further that way and I could grab this egg right here.
I, of course, immediately die. The same goes for run number 3, run number 4, run number 5. I'm beginning to think that this may be a bit too much for me. An aggressive gangbang sesh has never scared me off, and I make a run for it. Grab the fucking egg, and absolutely quaking in my bootsedly, I finally escape the gape.
Just don't. I'm 100% gonna run out of stamina. That's okay, I have the fucking egg. Can I get into the fucking house? Oh, I'm in! I got the fucking egg. My home is completely surrounded by Deinonychus, but I don't fucking care. I got the goddamn fucking egg. What level is it?
Why must this cruel world fuck me repeatedly in the ass?
With this level 20 egg, I parachute back to my base and begin incubating it. This egg hatches as a male and I allow it to mature.
Very nice. Very, very nice. That is my first tame. We're just gonna ignore that health, that stamina, that weight, and that melee damage. Because we have something now, officially, which is better than nothing.
I'm absolutely over the moon with this right now. Even though it's low level, this will allow me to get eggs more easily. I named my new DEINONYCHUS Snoobert, saddle him, and set out for more eggs.
Snoobert, you and I shall have many adventures. Surely you're not gonna die the second I take you out. Yeah, let's avoid that at any fucking cost, please and thank you. All right, Snoobert, if you die, I'm going to kill you. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. No. Shit. Fuck. 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 Shit. Why did I think that was gonna fucking work? Why did I think anything else was going to take place other than exactly what happened immediately? God fucking damn it, Snoobert, you piece of shit. Fucking Snoobert, bro.
That complete fucking bastard Snoobert has betrayed me to a degree that cannot be forgiven. That complete degenerate got himself killed like a total imbecile. And surely we can all agree that that was absolutely not my fault.
Can someone tell me why I didn't just get a second egg and just like breed them together? I reckon that would probably have been the intelligent thing to do. God, that was so dumb. That was absolute brain dead behavior that I just exhibited there.
Because of that absolute troglodyte Snoobert, I need more eggs. So I once again loop up and get ready to enter the gape.
Fucking Snoobert, bro. Grab the fucking... Oh my God.
Run number 1, I missed the egg. Run number 2, too many Dainons.
Okay, how the actual fuck am I supposed to grab an egg when this is what I'm fucking looking at? Free me from this hell sentence I'm in. This egg is staring me in the face like the goddamn eye of Sauron.
Run number 3, slippery buttery fingers. Run number 4, grabbed the egg and died.
Okay, that's progress.
Run number 5, just fucking died.
Okay, the egg is currently in that bag right now, so I need to somehow get into that bag. Fucking Snoobert, bro. Snoobert wouldn't have let this happen. Oh my God, I got it! I fucking got it! What? That DEINONYCHUS came out of the fucking ground. Okay, good. It's level 20 again! Oh my God, why?
I'll hatch this egg and put it in the box, but I'll need a female breeding partner for it as to avoid the Snoobert conundrum once again.
I just got an email on my phone. I received a Steam gift from one of my Discord mods. They sent me a Steam game called How to Train Your Cock. All right, you're going in the box, and you will stay there until I find a female breeding partner for you.
I'm putting more levels into stam and speed, so grabbing these eggs is becoming slightly easier. I grab 2 eggs, and I bring them home to hatch, only for them to both come out male.
Fuck!
I grab a level 50 egg, another male, another level 50 egg, and upon hatching, also male.
Holy shit, I'm gonna scream. Please!
Until finally I grab an egg, and as I hatch it, it comes out female.
Oh my fucking God! Thank absolute goth gamer girl piss. The world is not cruel after all, chat. Maybe there's good in the world. AI misalignment? Not even worried about it anymore. I got my goddamn fucking breeders.
That was 6 males followed by 1 female. Quite similar to my typical Tuesday nights. My highest level male is level 85, so once my female matures, I begin breeding her with my level 85 male. The first egg produced comes out as triplets with all of these shit stats. Good God, why have you cursed me with nearly 3,000 hours in this godforsaken game? For some reason I think to myself, hey, you know what would be more fun than being on my safe mobile boat? Not. So I load up my breeders and my shit triplets, and I make my way to my second base.
Okay, I've officially brought all my Dainons up here now, but I have a sneaking suspicion that this is hardly a better situation than I was already in.
I'll need to make spiked walls to expand my safe area, so I saddle one of my newly hatched Dainons and near instantly die.
Glad that I almost near immediately died. How do my Dainons have 3 points pumped into health, bro? What does my breeder male have? 19 points in health, and that gives it 960.
It's clear that I'll need at least the good health onto a baby, so I hatch a new shat-out egg, which does indeed come out with the good health.
It has the good health. Very good. Very, very good.
This is momentous. I can feel the excitement radiating straight from my nipples.
Okay, so I do have the good health and the good melee, but not the good stam. Let's see if we are at all effective in combat.
This Deinon hits harder than a wine-drunk Midwest mom, and I was able to absolutely dick-slap the local fauna.
Okay, so I can kill at all, which is good, I would say.
I continue doing this until I finally have my spike wall constructed, perfect for converting my ass into a splintered mangled mass of ghoul flesh. My new Deinon is an absolute giga-chad, literally here just to aura farm. This DEINONYCHUS has a massive Deinona dick, shits testosterone, and fucks boulders in his free time. I name him Tim. Tim and I then enter the gate together to farm better eggs.
Whoa! That is not fair whatsoever.
I snatch a level 60, a level 50, a level 15, a level 20, a level 90, a level 55, a level 15, a level 15, a level 85. At this point, I think I've depleted about every Deinon nest, so I'll run home and give these Deinons a chance to kindly shit out more eggs for me to sensually rub my ghoulish hands on. As massive dicked as Tim is, I'm still at risk of being sent back to the Carboniferous period at all times, so I spend some time replacing my spike walls with stone walls. How much I love farming resources by hand. Certainly it is not completely demoralizing to spend literal days farming just so that I'm not atomized after getting sensually touched by the local fauna. How I yearn for the Dodicarus. Maybe one video in the next 10,000 years I'll be able to tame one. Mind you, not for farming stone, but for bashing my skull and causing me to forget the password to my Adobe account.
Recently, I made a YouTube short talking about what quality hand tools yield you the most resources. I got so much fucking shit for that video. Not just because apparently tool quality doesn't affect the amount of resources you get, which I didn't know that, but the amount of people that were like, you can actually just use a Dodicarus. I don't know why you're using hand tools to get resources. You know fucking why? It's because I haven't been able to tame a goddamn Dodicarus for like 6 fucking months. I'm losing my goddamn mind. You guys wonder why I just build box houses? It's because I have to spend 5 fucking days straight to make this shit. To make this fucking bullshit.
Finally, I finished the walls to my base on day 24, and God is it glorious. Glorious to a degree that I would call it glorious. I then take a nice relaxing stroll on the beach, which seems to be the talk of the town. This is so that I can collect that sweet juicy corpse keratin, which I bring home, convert into paste, and use to make water reservoirs. My thirst for moisture is now quenched. I sling Tim's massive meat hook over my shoulder, and we enter the gate.
Oh my god! Whose idea was this? Why must you complete goons put me through this torture each day?
And imagine my shock when I find a level 130 egg.
Oh, level 130!
This is momentous. I'm more excited than when I got those discount boner pills from that innocent crackhead behind my local sheets.
It does suck that the DEINONYCHUS doesn't have a higher max level. Like, the DEINONYCHUS max level should be the same as Wyvern's.
Immediately, I run home to hatch it up, and when it hatches, it comes out with 28 health and 28 melee, which is completely reprehensible, but keep in mind that we aren't getting the taming level boost from any of these hatched eggs, and maximum Deinon egg level is still 150. For whatever reason. On day 26, when my 130 is matured, I begin breeding to get a female with the good stats, which I somehow managed to do on my second egg.
What? This is a female with every good stat. How the f did that happen? Alright, well, I don't need you anymore.
This may be the gods of RNG paying me recompense for the absolute tomfoolery they pulled on me when I was trying to get my first female. And by day 27, I now have some imprinted mounts that can replace Tim despite his record-breaking SMV. So for the next few days, I meander around somewhat aimlessly looting drops, hoping that while eating the ass of this map, I'm able to slurp up a better DEINONYCHUS saddle.
My fucking eyes! Why?
And after 3 entire days, my tongue is getting sore and I still have no fucking Deinon saddle.
Are you f***ing me right now? Please! Everything I hold near and dear crumbles in my arms before me.
So I cut my losses and collect some poly and keratin from these beached corpses, and I head home to get waxed and lubed up for the caves. I'll be taking on the gamma version of the boss, mostly because use your frickin' brain, and also because DEINONYCHUS max level in this 10-year-old game is still somehow 150 despite being an egg steel tame. I hatch a bunch of level 130 eggs to raise in this dysfunctional home to use them for their pack boost when inside of the caves. I imprint them all over the next day until they are finally all matured and ready to be used as meat shields. What a great father I am, I know. My main Deinon that I've been writing is then dubbed Globular Slime Mound to signify my creative process when making these videos. Artifact number 1 is the Artifact of the Skylord, not because it's the easiest, but because it's the closest, and we all know that I despise having to leave my base in the slightest. Fun fact, at the time of recording, I have literally not left my home for 13 days. Someone please Google and comment for me the symptoms of vitamin D deficiency. I make it to the cave, but I am greeted with a slight problem. I sloop my gooey brain out onto the floor, and for some reason, I decide to fight them all.
Ow. Jesus! Oh my god, I'm down to 100 fucking health, bro.
After shitting my pants multiple times at the closeness of this fight, I throw out my pack boosters and heal Globular Slime Mound back to full health.
Really should have thrown these Dainons out before I took on that group of about 70. That was potentially a bad idea.
Why did I not throw out my pack boosters before I took on that pack of 70 Dainons? The world may never know. Once I feel ready, my pack and I enter the cave, as we hear the hiss of distant DEINONYCHUS echo around us. Immediately we are greeted with hordes of enemies who would at any moment kill us had they the chance. However, luckily, Globular Slime Mound, his pack, and most importantly me, we are all completely, irrehensibly unstoppable. Wave after wave we take on with the promise of unparalleled loot. Loot like a spider saddle. After that completely useless drop, I come upon something that I've been fearing. A bath. I brought no las chowder or scuba gear, so instead of doing the intelligent thing and leaving, I sort of just jump in and hope that my projectile diarrhea is able to propel me through the water fast enough to get air.
Oh god, this was a bad idea. This was a very bad idea. No, we got this. I'm gonna remain completely calm.
I miraculously make it to the other side, fight off an absolute Bonnie Blue gangbang worth of Dainons.
Oh, my poor frames. I can't see a thing.
And I collect my artifact.
Oh my good god. That is artifact 1 out of 3. Long neck rifle blueprint, and it's only 9,000 metal. That's completely reasonable, I'd say. Well, I can't wait to not build that.
That's my first of 3 artifacts. I'm one step closer to taking on this boss, and for some reason, I still feel pervasive Gooner depression. Next will be the artifact of the Vor, and I was tipped off by one Eldritch Abomination that I need a shit ton of grapples. So I make my way back to the box, and I farm metal for these grapples. And apparently grapples are more valuable than human plasma, so I'm quite literally farming metal all of day 36 and into day 37, where I coincidentally stop at 37 grapples crafted.
37, is that good enough? I reckon.
On day 38, my Dainons are healed physically, but not mentally from the trauma of being used as child soldiers, and I make my way towards the next cave.
Cool, grenade blueprint. Thanks so much for that. That's something I've really been needing, is a grenade blueprint, I reckon. Okay, so from what I can tell, this cave is very difficult to find, and we all know that Ghouls' intuition is that of a newborn baby. So I very much expect this to be a full day excursion just trying to find this fucking opening. Oh! This is the cave.
Upon entering this cave, I attempt to navigate the twisted corridors, getting so lost that I find an artifact that I don't need.
This is not the artifact that I need.
Eventually, I'm able to find my way in. I mine a rock, walk through a tunnel, jump in some water, and into a big room where the stench of used bad dragon products would indicate that the artifact is indeed here. Now that this artifact is secured squarely within the folds of my sweaty gamer body, I move to leave.
What?
great goth gamer girl father fucking fart fetish, why must all I touch turn to shit? So Wildcard in their infinite wisdom, like the sages of all knowledge that they are, added an insta-death into this cave. That insta-death clearly indicated here. You could tell by the way that it's a completely fucking normal cave floor.
That was fucking horse shit. What the fuck was that? The insta-death fog isn't there. It just looks like a normal area that just happens to be insta-death, and they forgot to tell you that it was insta-death. That one was fucking horse shit. That one was absolute fucking horse shit. I'm fuming about that. I fucking hate this game. I hate this stupid fucking game so much.
Do you think that God stays in heaven for fear of what he has created?
With now the agonizing privilege of regearing, I begin digging through my box for anything to deliver me. And deliverance, I find.
Behemoth Metal Gateway, what the fuck? When did I get this? Apparently I got a metal behemoth gateway. Oh my god. Why did I not notice that I got behemoth metal gates in a drop? Alright, yep, well there's my metal sorted for the entire playthrough.
These behemoth metal gates give me an absolute shit ton of metal and an unethical amount of cementing paste. And while yes, that does resolve my metal and paste problem, nothing will fill the gape in me that will be left in the absence of globular slime mound. This new Deinon is an absolute sham, a complete waste of space and a cheap replacement for a fallen legend. Eventually I do make it to the cave and I proceed to skedaddle.
Did I tell you guys about when I went to go watch Jurassic Park 4? Did I tell you guys about when I went to go watch Jurassic Park? Did I tell you they played a fucking ARK ad? And not just any ARK ad, it was the one, no, it was the singing children one that, like, the one that they released during Aquatica. I was, like, completely fucking floored when I saw that shit. Thank you. Thank you for this artifact. Let's see if I don't immediately get unalived.
As I make my way home, the descent into madness is documented well.
You know, in times of crises like this, I hold firm knowing that all shall be right if I use code GRUEL at gamersubs.gg. Am I allowed to say that because I had a different sponsor on this video? No fucking clue? I'm saying it anyway. The end grows near. And one day, Grendel will face the might of the ghoul army, and none shall stand in my way.
I quickly stop by the trench, and I am rewarded with a level 140 egg. I'm so excited about this that I immediately put it in a box. I continue raiding the Deinon Trench into day 41, bringing home a level 140. I think I procrastinated long enough, however, because I need to take on my last cave. So I level and heal a new pack of Cave DEINONYCHUS, and let me tell you, this was more riveting than dumpster diving for use flame. This hollow shell of my former mount is as disappointing as it gets. I named this Deinon appropriate to the absolute scum being that it is.
You'll never amount to what globular slime mold did.
And now that I have my pack of disappointments to surround me as meat shields, I make my way to the last cave where I'll be grabbing the artifact of the shack. I approach the cave entrance trying not to aggro the actual brood mother wandering around nearby. I'd like to keep from becoming her meat sack with which she deposits her eggs. Again, I make it into the cave and would you believe it, that I need some fucking scuba.
Just briskly run past you there. Excuse me.
So it's pointless side quest time. I run home, find no scuba, decide to make a fab, try to get oil, find no oil, go back home, finally find oil, weep over my own mediocrity, grab some crystal, make the fabricator, dump my life savings into Nvidia, make the scuba, pray to God that the AI bubble doesn't pop, and I make it back to the cave where I immediately drop trow and void my bowels in the middle of the Walmart frozen dessert aisle. This cave is quite cavacious. So I'm wandering around for the better part of 2 days, coming across multiple artifacts, luckily, that I don't need. Don't worry though, because I'm also able to find multiple loot drops that I also do not need.
Green parasaur saddle. This is my most prized possession.
Eventually, I'm able to find this artifact, and as I do, I caress it sensually with my gooey hands. My last goal is now to prepare for the boss fight. I actually have no fucking clue how this is going to go. I would quite literally sacrifice my left testicle for a better Deinon saddle, so I offer up one last Hail Mary before I begin breeding.
Now, in my Tech Dinos video, I tried to collect some resources from one of these treasure caches, but I couldn't get to it because it was inside of a mountain. And the amount of comments I received saying like, oh, Ghoul, did you know that you can actually still dig the treasure chest even if you're like 500 meters away? I would just like to rebut to these statements and point out how utterly unintuitive and fucking nonsensical that is. Like, I realize that I'm a bit dumb. You have to, like, at least have a little bit of sympathy for me, not assuming that I can dig a treasure chest from like 500 meters away. Oh, raptor saddles. Be nice if I had raptors on the map right now.
With one last dive into the Deinonychus Cape, I find a level 135 egg, meaning that currently my best eggs are these 130 breeders, a 135, a 140, and a 145 egg. Upon hatching, it looks like my best stats right now are 33 melee and 28 health. Is this going to be enough for the boss? See many examples of Ghoul's uncanny ability of defeating ARK bosses, and we can see that I have no fucking clue. Over the next few days, I breed up my Dainons until any semblance of sentience that I had is replaced with visions of amorphous slop troughs of gruel as far as the eye can see.
Ah! Finally!
On day 50, I finally get my breeding pair, and I can now get hatching and imprinting a boss army, which I did for the next Bangillion days.
All shall quake in fear of the might of the Ghoul. The Ghoul and his army shall know no defeat.
Now, for those keen-eyed among you with those sharp peepers you got there, you might be saying that the XP that a Deinon gives isn't worth a heckin' crap, and you would be absolutely correct in that statement. So as I level each of these Dainons, I can't help but be slightly worried about the fact that each one is going in with not but 4,000 health. I think I'll just have to hope that it's enough. After all, my Rexes with no saddles had only 12,000 health and took on 2 bosses at once in my Tech Dino video. But regardless, I continue the hapless task of leveling these boss fighters as my inner trauma torments me at all times. By day 54, all 20 of my boss fighters are completely healed. And it's now time to make my way to the obelisk to slap my fat hairy nuts on the table and demand they be used as valid United States currency.
I've got a serious case of gamer neck right now, you would not believe. I've been playing ARK so much that I think I'm developing phantom sense. Once this video is over, expect a different kind of content where I stream exclusively furry roleplay VR chat. You know, realistically, what's so wrong about frequenting the subreddit r/hyperpreg? Oh, wait, speaking of Reddit, I was yapping a couple videos ago about how there's r/goblin girls, but no r/ghoul girls. But guess what? There is now. The world is officially healing.
I insert my artifacts, and once I did...
What?
I insert my artifacts, and once I did, I summon the Gamma Grendel. The eerie fog of this cave is like a thick blanket of unease.
Everyone in the middle.
And I know that Grendel is watching me. Freaky.
Oh fuck, there it is!
As my Dainons go in and slash at the boss, our damage output seems to just not be enough.
Oh my god, we are getting melted. We are getting fucking annihilated.
As Grendel strikes, my Dainons begin to fall.
Oh shit. Oh no. Oh, why? No. That went quite poorly, I'd say.
So can you beat Valguero Ascended with only Dainons? Absolutely. Fucking not. Why would you all make me do this? All I feel is immense emotional distress. Also, Watcher of Realms, download it, please. I'm literally begging you.